But God has not called us to blend. He has called us to be holy as he is holy. When believers participate in these things even lightly, they open spiritual doors. The devil doesn't need your full worship. He just needs your agreement. When you align with the spirit of the world on the world's day of darkness, you are granting permission. 1 Corinthians 10:21 KJV. They cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. They cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of devils. It doesn't say you shouldn't. It says you cannot. There is no middle ground. You cannot host a harvest festival that mimics Halloween and call it holy. You cannot decorate with the world's symbols and expect heavenly protection. You cannot dance with darkness and expect the light to bless it. This spirit is not new. It's the same spirit that caused Israel to mix worship with idols, to keep pagan altars standing while claiming to honor Yahweh. They said, we're not worshiping other gods, we're just blending traditions. But God called that spiritual adultery. Revelation 3:15-16 KJV warns the lukewarm church. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm, and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. Lukewarm is compromise. And compromise will not stand in these last days. Compromise is the camouflage of the enemy. Compromise is how Satan infiltrates the church without resistance. Compromise always begins with it's not that serious. But if it wasn't serious, God wouldn't have spoken so strongly about separation. Halloween isn't just a cultural event, it's a spiritual trap. And the church's willingness to participate, rebrand, or downplay it is one of the greatest deceptions happening in plain sight. Satan is not playing games. When the church treats darkness lightly, we give the enemy permission to set up camp. What we tolerate in our homes, in our families, in our children's lives will eventually take root. Halloween isn't just an ancient pagan ritual. It's a living spiritual system, still operating today. Still claiming souls, still infiltrating homes, and most tragically, the homes of believers. The Bible warns us clearly in 1 Peter 5-8 KJV, be sober, be vigilant. Because your adversary the devil as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Notice it doesn't say Halloween night only. It says always. The enemy is looking for open doors. And for millions of households, Halloween is exactly that. Every year, spiritual warfare intensifies in the weeks leading up to and during Halloween. Reports of sleep paralysis spike. Children begin to experience nightmares, night terrors, and spiritual encounters. People hear footsteps, whispers, shadows moving. Homes that decorate with horror, witchcraft, or death begin to experience strange phenomena. Why? Because the enemy is being invited. Halloween is considered by witches, warlocks, and occult practitioners to be a high holy day. They fast, they gather, they cast spells, they offer sacrifices, while the church hands out candy.